All right, guys, welcome in to the third podcast. Proud of myself for getting to number 3. Ultimately, they say most people never get past number 1 or 2. And something that I know I'm going to be able to stick with is at least doing one video a week. Ideally, I want to do a lot more content, more vlogs, more training videos, but I definitely want to, at a bare minimum, just do a podcast a week. And this week I want to talk about sales and performance. We just finished what we call in the car business a closeout, which is just really finishing strong. The way my dealership works is I only get 3 days off a week. I can stack them all together and go on a cool trip. This last month I got 3 days, and me and Violet went to go see the Cowboys play and see Tom Brady play. Mainly we wanted to see him, who's the GOAT, of course. It's like watching Michael Jordan for football, and wanted to get a chance to see him pretty close. So we did that. This month we probably would just spread out the days off on Thursdays, but closeout was really important because you finish strong, a 6-day work week, and you just go all out. So it's about 8, 9, 10-hour days sometimes, and of course you're not working that entire time. And there's Nala. Thanks for that guest appearance. So, if y'all can't see here, sales performance. So if you are in a, I want to watch, but why during the, yeah, I agree. It's halftime. Why during NFL? So I'm doing this podcast right now in the middle of all these NFL games, and sometimes you just got to squeeze them in. I'm not a diehard fan where I have to watch every minute of the game. If the Cowboys are winning, that's my team. You may hate me for it, but if they're winning, I'm gonna watch more and more of their games. If they're losing, I'll just watch the highlights. All right, so back to closeout sales performance. What about it? If you're not in an arena where you can perform, I highly suggest finding a sales job commission-based or performance-based. You get to truly see what you're made out of. You truly get to see what you're worth. And a lot of times at the beginning, it's not much. When I was in my younger 20s, I was doing a network marketing company, and it was tough. I didn't have any skills, but I had all these big dreams and goals. If you're not familiar with Robert Kiyosaki's cash flow quadrant, you have, I'll put a quick description or just a picture of it here, but you have the E side for employee, S for specialist or small business owner. You could maybe even put commission on this left side of the quadrant. And then on the right side, you have big business and investors. So you want to get to the right side of the quadrant. You want to go from employee, train your time for dollars, down to a specialist, getting really good at a certain skill. But you always be capped on the left side, because if you're not producing, you're not getting paid. And as an entrepreneur, you're 100% system and results driven. And of course, investor, your money works for you. You don't work for your money. So when it comes to sales and commission and performance, what are my best tips and tricks for that? I've been quite successful in performance throughout my years, and I would say you have to be hungry. Where does that desire come from? A big principle from success is your coachability. If you want certain things, but your work ethic doesn't match your dreams, then you're going to totally be frustrated. You have to be coachable, and you have to be hungry, as in, you may be tired. Another customer comes in. Do you shy away and turn the blind eye? Or do you get up and you say, another one? That's why I like Zeke Elliott. He's hungry. He may not be having the best season, but he's hungry. He wants more. He takes the ball. Are you taking the ball? So that's hunger, right? But you also got to be coachable. You can't just work hard in a circle. You have to be smart and go a certain direction. The work hard smart comes into play with learning? Are you sharpening your skills? Do you have coaches? Do you listen to podcasts? Do you learn from people who are down the path? Do you learn from people who have the success that you want? Because if you haven't heard, success leaves clues. It does. Tony Robbins calls it modeling. Funny enough, his book's right here. Tony Robbins calls it modeling. Are you modeling your behavior with somebody else's who has what you want? That's the fastest way to success. The clues that they leave behind is what you want to pick up on. It's in plain sight. Okay, so what are some of those things? Coachability comes in waves. You may be motivated 1 hour and then the whole rest of the day you're just blowing it off. You may be motivated once a week. Be aware of your motivation and your desire and strike the match when it's hot. If you haven't heard this saying, don't leave the sight of a goal without doing something to attain it. If you want to lose weight, if you want to make more money, take some action. Do something right now. Stop listening or wait till the end of the video and do something to achieve it. There's a lot of things that me and my wife want to achieve. Be financially independent. Get our first duplex here in February coming up. Our first triplex the year after. Have $100,000 in the savings account. Have $100,000 in the investment account. We want to travel to every single country. And we do want to have kids. We want to plan for those kids too and have a beautiful dream home with trees and a river and lots of land and animals and garden and farm and things like that. So we want to accomplish those things. In the short term, I want to be a piano player and guitar player. I want to be able to sing. I've gotten lessons. I've paid for these teachers. In fact, I need to find myself a new piano teacher. So if you know anybody who is a piano teacher, reach out to me, please. I did a TikTok on it. It was called Coachability Index. How teachable are you? Are you learning? I was talking to a buddy of mine, Leo. If you're watching, this one's for you. I was going to tell it to you, but you know how we get busy. He said, I'm pretty self-taught. I'm self-coached. He hasn't paid for coaches. And he's very successful and he's gotten a lot of success in a lot of areas of his life. But how much further can you be when you have a coach? There's a saying that goes, you can't see the picture when you're in the frame. Can you imagine that? You're a two-dimensional perspective on a wall, looking out one direction, seeing the world one certain way. A coach, a third perspective, will see where you're at in life, and if you allow him, coach you on your weak points, help you build on your strengths. That's why I have a life coach. His name's Gus. He's actually the creator of the Ignite coaching system. Allowed me to now teach the Ignite coaching for finances, which is a course that I teach and a course that we can sell. But previous podcast on that one. Again, you can't be able to see the picture when you're in the frame. You need a third person outside perspective. It is out of your comfort zone to hire a coach. It is getting out of your comfort zone to become better. Getting out of your comfort zone. I think that's everything. Being coachable. Listening to yourself in recordings and getting better and having someone else listen to you and seeing where you can get better. So that's when you're in an area for performance. But what if you're at a job? What if you are pretty stuck on a 9 to 5, which is more than okay. There's so many side hustles you can do that maybe only take an hour to a couple hours a week. Highly recommend those. You essentially just want to make more money to get to your dreams and goals faster. Ultimately, freedom is what I'm after, and that's what I'm going to be preaching. If you haven't already, please subscribe to this channel. I make videos quite consistently, help me grow. I just have a good message to share. That's up for you to decide. I'm working on my communication. I want to become better and provide more value and have better videos. Maybe in a few months, I'm going to be preparing a studio in my second bedroom that I have. Hopefully have better quality videos. Maybe do some vlogs, maybe talk about some personal issues, and just add into the spiritual development and the mental and emotional side to things. Incorporate those in some future episodes. If you have something that you want me to explore and learn about and deliver in a video, just let me know. Comment. Don't be a stranger. Say hi. And I'll see you guys on the next video. Peace.